Kelp forests have so much biodiversity and productivity, both with things that live in the forest like different fish, sea lions, sea otters, and other plants, as well it reduces ocean acidity as the kelp grows, improving water quality, and isolates a large amount of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Kelp can grow up to 2 feet per day in ideal conditions, which means you can go from an urchin-bearing area to a thriving kelp forest very fast. Kelp forests have declined by more than 95% in 2014. Sea urchins are one of the main problems with the decline of kelp forests. Sea otters are very important to keep the sea urchins to a minimum. In the early 1900s, there were around 50 sea otters because of poaching. Since then, sea otters have become a protected species and have grown to around 3,000 today. With that issue, the population of sea urchins skyrocketed and thus took over kelp forests, eating the kelp and creating urchin bearings. When there isn't any kelp for the urchins to eat, they will enter a shrunken, zombie-like state that allows them to live for 50 or more years on whatever algae they find on rocks. This makes them have no feeling for the otters to eat.
From 2002 to 2012, ocean water temperatures have increased by 0.6 degrees Celsius. This increase not only negatively affects the kelp's health, which is best from 5 to 20 degrees, but can bring in invasive species such as the rabbitfish and drummerfish. Over these 10 years, the number of tropical seaweed-eating fish has tripled, which has been shown to be detrimental for kelp populations. When water temperatures naturally rise throughout the year, a seaweed known as devilweed can invade areas home to kelp forests, such as off the coast of Catalina Island. Devilweed displaces native seaweeds and even giant kelp. This displacement of native plants causes a decrease in their growth rate, destroying the food chain and displacing native marine life.
One of the main solutions that's happening is for divers to go into kelp forests and destroy the urchins. The Bay Foundation goes into destroyed kelp forests and smashes the urchins with hammers, and plants kelp bulbs so kelp forests can regrow. Divers are also manually removing the sea urchins. Another solution that's happening is helping the population of sea otters to rise. Friends of the Sea Otter is an organization that works to ensure the sea otters are properly protected under federal and state law. What could you do to help? You could support sustainable fishing practices, reduce your carbon footprint to combat climate change, and to support the establishment and maintenance of marine protected areas.